Hello guys, welcome to my channel again, and sorry about that. Today we are going to talk about suicidal thoughts. So when you how to prevent suicidal thoughts. So when you think about suicide has a lot of that's my nephew. Suicide has a lot of if you can hear him, suicide has a lot of elements to it. There's I think two types of suicide issues or preventable ways, two types of preventable ways to prevent suicide. So there's a preventable way in terms of you can, well, there's preventable and non-preventable. The non-preventable, I mean, is that the health wise, the mental issues that can be a bit hard. So well the preventable ones, like the ones that make guys like feel like you're down or you're trying something but things seem not to be working. When you think about guys like putting you down, the world is tough. So basically, when like you have had a hard time out there, or it's just someone didn't treat you right, or some bad things happen and you feel emotional, and maybe your relationship issues, well, there are things that you can prevent them, like those. And the ones that are a bit harder, like mental issues, health issues, those ones that can be a bit tough. So for the ones that, well, you can't try to prevent them, the ones which um the ones that like the ones that I said, I recently thought of something. And well, not recently, but I had my mom visiting recently, and she told me something very simple, and it will stick with me for, well, some time, because she told me this. Take life. She said, take life one step at a time, which I always say that. But she also said one thing: the life has to go on, and that made me think life has to go on, whether whether you're sick now, or whether someone passed away, or someone had an accident, or someone had like a wedding, a kid was born. Life goes on. The world will not stop. So if you keep thinking that, like, it's the end of the world, then you won't go on with life. And I thought of that, like, that's the best way you can prevent suicidal thoughts. For the preventable suicidal thoughts that can be prevented, that whatever happens, life will always go on. So my thought was, today I'm holding the mic, guys. So yeah, just want to see how clear it is. Or being in YouTube or content creation, you try everything to make sound clear. So I'm trying to hold this, but I also have another mic, but that's a story for another day. For me today, it's all about how to prevent suicidal thoughts. So suicidal thoughts can be they can come like a tsunami. So it feels sometimes when you're having a bad day, it's when it gets worse. Like people say, when it rains, it pours, but unfortunately, sometimes it can be true. You hear some like bad, like you had a bad day, and then you come home, and then in your maybe um, you want to work from home, maybe power goes off for the people who work online, work from home. I'm sure a lot of you, power goes off and you don't have a backup system, or you find your spouse and you have an argument. So when bad things happen, they tend to happen in sequences. Like the same day, they happen a lot. But for one thing I've noticed is that if you have like that mentality that my mom told me, that if take one day at a time, and also life goes on, whether bad things happen or not, life goes on. You have to wake up in the morning and say, yeah, I had an accident yesterday, life has to go on, I have to get better. I had an issue yesterday, today is a new day, life goes on. Whether that issue is big or not, life has to go on. I have to wake up, I have to go and look for a meal, I have to wake up, it's a new day, I have to do what I have to do for today, because not every day is the same. If yesterday was bad, today can be good, and life has to move on. If you have kids, you have to look after your kids, you have to provide for your kids. If you're a student, you have to get up, study. There's an exam coming, you need to pass, get your papers. If you're working, if there's someone treating you bad at work, if you have unfortunately, if you have employees who don't well, they have an issue with you which you don't understand why, you just have to work, get your money, invest, do whatever you have to do to get your money, because legal way, because people will always talk. That's something I also came to realize, that there are people, whether you are good to them or bad to them, or not bad to them, but whether you are good to them or whatever, they will always, they have their own spirits, they have their own bad energy, bad spirits. So if you look at it in terms of if you look at it in terms of whether you do good to them or bad to them, or whether you do good to them, like they'll always have this perception of you, and it's not you, it's them. So yeah, you just, it's there, it's them, it's not you. So for me, I've come to realize that, for the long, people have a lot of insecurities in this world. You don't think that, some people out here will do some bad to you, like road rage or whatever, accidents, but in essence, they also have issues. So I don't know, I've come to realize there are people who are very they have bad spirits. So don't take it personal, it's them. When someone says like well, they abuse you or whatever they say, it's them. So like in terms of preventing thoughts, like preventing those bad thoughts, don't take things personal. Also, that's one thing that I've noticed, it's them, it's not you. For the ones who can be prevented, like what I said, you had a bad day, you failed your exam, someone said something bad about you, or like I saw something on the other day, so this guy was like, he's rich, so I wanted to take my own life because I thought the world would be better without me. I believe in God, I'm a Christian, so if God woke you up today, You don't know what he did to wake you up, which powers he gave, he made you to wake up, because I don't believe in that universal whatever creational. I don't know. I don't believe in that. So he woke you up, and then you go and decide for yourself that the world is better with us. He woke you up, so he wants you to do something for the world, not for you just for you to just exist. He wants you to wake up. And then you decide that, oh, the world is better with the world is better without me. Because why? Someone says that, and whoever says that, who is he or who is she? It's like, is he God or what? If he decides to, the world is better without you, trust me, in this world, everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a purpose. Whether the purpose is you will decide, you will know your purpose in life, but everybody has a purpose. So don't let anyone tell you that the world is this, the world is that. You can, like, the things are better without me or whatever. Trust me, if you want to know how important you are, go missing. Go missing like a year or 2 years, or you will see how people will start looking for you. So go missing. Like, I was watching this show about this guy who went missing. I think it was, no, she had suicidal thoughts. Sorry, her name's Murray something. Okay, on this video I'll put a clip so we can see about Murray. She had suicidal thoughts. She had an accident. She had an accident, and she was doing I think she was driving, and then she had an accident. She got out of the accident. Her parents, she disappeared. But before she disappeared, she had suicidal thoughts. So her mom, her father were very upset. Very, very upset. They were like, why did she leave? Why, they're still searching for her. So in terms of why she's doing this or she's doing that, did she leave? She went missing, and that's when her, maybe she thought maybe nobody will care, but her parents still today are still looking for her. And it's something that's very upsetting. Her parents, everybody is just caring for her, and that's why I'm saying, if you want to go missing, if you want to know people care, just go missing. Yeah. And so today's video was about how to prevent suicidal thoughts. I'm not an expert. Every day I say that, but for today's segment was for the ones that are preventable. For the ones that are preventable, that you can prevent them, I guess you can prevent them. Like the ones I said, like bad energy from people. You had a bad day, you failed your exam, your spouse is giving you a hard time. Don't put that in your head. Like, there's also a tomorrow. So try and wait for tomorrow and see what will happen tomorrow. Like, take one day at a time, and also with what you have, like, there's always tomorrow. Like, don't make it such a big deal that, oh, it didn't happen, this it's do or die. It's like, I'm going to die. No, it happened. life goes on. That's the secret of having suicidal thoughts. For the preventable suicidal thoughts, life goes on. No matter what happens, life goes on. You lose your hand, your limb, you'll be sick. Life goes on. Like, there are people who I see, they don't have limbs, life goes on. Whether you're skinny, you're fat, you have a disease, you are healthy, you had a bad day, life goes on. Like, nobody will stop to, because you are sick, nobody will stop and pity you. They might, but they won't pity you for the rest of your life. So that's my nephew making noise on the other side. So life goes on. You know, it depends with you whether you want to stay. Like, you will notice people don't care. Like, not really care. They'll care for some time and then they'll just they also have their own lives. So life goes on whether you like it or not. Whether you're having a bad day or you're having a bad day, someone is having a good day. They don't care. You're having a bad day, someone also is also having a bad day. They'll pity you, but they'll also think of themselves. So life goes on. So that's the preventable ones. For the preventable ones, for the, you have to like see as life goes on. Whatever happens, how big it is, how bad it is, tomorrow will be tomorrow. Tomorrow will be, if it's Tuesday, it will be Tuesday. If it's Wednesday, it will be Wednesday. If it's Thursday, it's going to be Thursday. The sun will rise up again. There will be another night. You'll still breathe oxygen. It will happen. Life will move. People will get people will go to work, people will come back, a baby will be born in the hospital, someone will die, life will go on. So don't make it like, oh, the world is ending because I failed my exams, the world is ending because my girlfriend broke up with me, the world is ending because my marriage is ending. I used to be, it's not easy saying just life goes on, but even for me, I've struggled with it. So I'll say it takes time. That's why I always say life is one step at a time. It takes time. But if you start, I think if you start saying life goes on, then it becomes you, life goes on. So for me, I think life goes on. Like, I noticed, like, I've also had a lot of issues, personal issues, and I've come to this mentality of life goes on. I'm using it, and it's so far it's doing me good. Like, the other day I visited my sister and his husband. We were talking, and then I told him about this issue where, and he said, yeah, maybe because we were talking about football, and there's a guy who I think fell on the field here. He had a sickness, and I told him, even if the guy had a sickness, he came back and he started playing football. Life goes on. Yeah, if he has to retire now, he has to retire. But you see, you won't be, just because you're sick, football won't stop. So it's like, the way you think it's so big, for some people it's not. So when you're out there, you're trying to think of suicidal thoughts, whatever happened to you, know that mostly nobody will care if you fail or whatever. People just say, oh yeah, and then move on. Life tomorrow will be Monday. If it's going to be a rainy day, it's going to rain. If you're in a position of helping someone, you will help someone. If you're in a position of, like, whatever happens, your life will only change if you decide to change it. But whatever happens, life tomorrow will move on. It will be Tuesday, it will be 2023 or 2024. Only God can decide when the day will stop. So if you're going to commit suicide and say, oh, life is just unbearable, I can't move on. You can't move on, yes, but tomorrow life will go on with the people who are still struggling to make a living, the people who are rich, the people who are trying to start a family. They will move on without you, because life will always move on. If it was tomorrow the world is ending, then everybody could be like, okay, that's a different scenario, but nobody was told that tomorrow the world will end. Only God knows. So just take one step at a time and know that whatever bad or good things happen to you in your life, that life goes on. And if you have that mentality, you'll stop the you will prevent the preventable suicidal thoughts. And for the unpreventable, like not unpreventable, but the health suicidal thoughts, like mental issues, okay, if you are sick, just consult a professional, go to the doctor and start seeking medical help, because nobody is perfect. And I know mental issues they can take time. I saw this documentary about this Somali guy who was sick. So Somali is basically, they're predominantly Muslim. So it's like they were trying to, if you have mental issues, they like, your family is like put down or whatever, or they look down upon you because I don't know, in their society maybe, I don't know. So the guy lives in Mogadishu. His family said, whatever, I don't care whether they say or not, I'm taking my kid to the mental institution for professional help. They took him there for 2 years and he became well. And the guy was talking on an interview saying that it's a stigma, in Somali. If you have mental issues, they hide you, they put you away. It's a stigma. But he thanks his family because they helped him. They gave him professional help. He's now good, and he was saying that if it wasn't for his family giving him he will be still having suicidal thoughts. He'll be still chained up, locked away. But his family said, and that's why I was saying, with his family said, life has to go on. Whether he's sick or not, we have to take him to the hospital, give him professional help, and tomorrow maybe he'll be better. So life has to go on whether he's sick or not. They didn't take it like the world is ending because my kid is mentally sick, not challenged. I don't believe in that word, mentally sick. And the guy became well. So if you have mental issues and you're having issues, take your drugs. Take the advice from the doctor, but also try and, I think, do whatever makes you happy. Like if you have mental issues, you are taking drugs. If music makes you feel happy, listen to some music. If playing football makes you happy, play football. If makeup makes you happy, apply makeup, do tutorials. If content makes you happy, make content. Watch videos. If movies, go out. If going out, do the things that make your brain feel relaxed. Don't go to stressful places that will make your brain stress out and add to your sickness. Just make your brain relaxed by the things that make you feel good. Like I saw one documentary about a doctor in Britain who was saying his patients, he gives them drugs, but he also tells them to go and do like workouts, like join a football club in England. So after joining the club, then they come back after like a month or 2 months. Their health is very much improved. Like they're also taking drugs, and they also, like, their health is so improved. So the doctor says, so it's like that. If you're taking drugs, mental mental issue drugs, and do also something on the side like exercises that makes your body feel relaxed, like music or football, jogging. It has to be an exercise, but also a hobby. So with that type of suicidal thoughts, like the mental issue thoughts, try and take drugs, and also have something on the side that will relax your brain, like what I said, like exercises to drastically change. Because I knew a guy who had mental issues, so he was doing therapy, he was seeking professional help, but he was also like every evening he used to walk. And I used to tell him, hi, what's up? Yeah. And he was telling me, yeah, everything is, he took so many drugs, he had mental issues, so he was slowly going back to normal, like seeking professional help. And the guy, like, he was going back to normal, like trying to make everything better. So he was jogging every evening, and eventually he became better. Like, he became better to a point that he stopped, I think, using the drugs, because he told me that he was not using the drugs. And yeah, because the other Somali guy, the one on the documentary, was also he stopped using drugs and he became better. So in life, the preventable one, take one step at a time, and life goes on. Just have that mentality that whatever happens, tomorrow will be tomorrow. It will move. The day will not stop because this has happened to me. So there are millions and billions of people going through the same thing, but tomorrow they will wake up in the morning and they will move on. And for the ones that needs like professional help, mental illness, seek professional help, get checked, but also do something on the side like a hobby. So guys, life goes on, whatever bad or good happens in your life, tomorrow will be tomorrow. Don't take your own life because someone embarrassed you or someone said bad things about you, you had a sickness, you had an accident. Tomorrow will be tomorrow. They will take you as you are with your problems. Trust me, life will move and people will move. Nobody will care. So if you take your own life, that's it. That's the end of your life. So thank you guys, and see you on the next video. I hope this helps. And I'm also like, I usually talk about the things that I see or I go through. So I'm not like a professional or whatever. I'm going through the same problems as everyone else. So I'm trying to just talk about what I see and what I'm experiencing. Like I said, I have also like a lot of issues. I've had health issues. I'm still fighting some health issues like stomach issues. But I take one step at a time. I actually exercise every evening. I listen to music. I also like do some stuff on the side apart from content creation. I told you I write scripts. So guys, subscribe, and see you on the next channel. Thank you guys, and life goes on. Take one step at a time.